Hey everyone, let's talk about Fubo. What's going on here? I hope you are well. You may be vomiting right now because Fubo continues to take massive damage. Let's talk about what's going on with the stock. And sadly, there's not like a lot of new news with this whole lawsuit going on right now. It's still up in the air, and investors are getting impatient. People are selling out. People are taking their losses, and they're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm getting out of here. We're seeing that, and I've had my own theory, kind of what's going on here, and I'm very on the fence if this is going to come out on top. I really am, and I've still got skin in the game here. I am bag holding like you wouldn't believe, like I think most of us. And honestly, I'm not at a point where I want to buy myself out of the stock. I'm not there. I don't know that it will. I don't know this is going to turn out well. I really don't. Because of two big things, because of time and where the market is at right now. So obviously, bullet points right now with this stock to get everyone up on the same page. And I think most people know, but here we go. Obviously, Fubo. Quarterly's doing great. We expect more good quarterlies. Still burning through money, but hey, we are getting somewhere with them. Second, the big thing, really the first thing, is that they are in a lawsuit right now with, Goliath, Disney right now. And that, of course, is for the whole sports situation where Disney said, hey, we're going to make our own sports package. It's going to be, this God package. Fubo came out and said, hey, no, you cannot do that. This stuff is regulated. We're going to work this out in court. We still are not really hearing too much other than they are working it out. This could drag on, and it is dragging on. So there's people on the fence right now where people are going, you know what, the juice is worth the squeeze here if Fubo does come out the victor. But I don't even know if there's going to be a victor in this. I think there may just be like, Fubo, you go this way, you do your own thing here, and then Disney, here's a slap on the wrist. You can't do that, but you can do this, and Disney's going to do something regardless because Disney has been trying to do this for several years now with a sports entertainment package like this. This is not the first rodeo with them in doing this. So, I personally, and this sounds very evil, for what it looks like and what Disney may be doing, is that we've seen this before in Wall Street where big, organizations, firms, or companies like Disney will bleed a company from their stock. They will bleed the stock. And this is what seems to be happening right now with Fubo. Obviously, we have a market that is just in turmoil right now. It's not doing well. Rates, inflation, all that kind of stuff. I don't need to go on about it. I think you know if you know. With that, we're seeing Fubo fall apart here. It's just not surviving. So we've seen Fubo here before, though. It has been at these levels, and it's rebound. Back in April of last year, Fubo was playing around $1.15. So we've seen it here before. And then after that, slowly the stock started going up. Now, we've still got some time before we get to another quarterly here with Fubo. And we've already had two good quarterlies that did not produce anything but still downtrod here in the stock. So it leaves the question, what is going to save Fubo? The obvious answer is that this lawsuit has got to go. Investors are scared of this lawsuit. So you can look at a chart all you want. I don't think a chart matters right now. I just don't. It's being traded here, but it's not being traded a lot. We're losing momentum every 2 weeks. We are losing ground here. With that, the only saving grace right now is for Disney, the courts, whatever, to wrap this up and both companies go, their own way. But there's still no guidelines 100% of when this is going to end. Even when they did say this was going to kind of wrap up a few months ago, it still has not. It's still going far as we know. This is where, people can either take huge risk with Fubo and look at this as like a golden egg, or you can look at this and go like, this is just way too risky for me, way too risky. And and that's that's a complete understandable thing to think here, because there's a lot of great stocks right now that are on sale in the market because the market's taking so much turmoil. Not to mention crypto is just being annihilated right now. So Saying this, here's where I stand with Fubo. I'm already in so deep. I'm willing to risk that this is going to get a little bit lower to where we maybe see bigger buy-ins. We see a bigger push. I've seen things like this happen before in the market where a stock gets so decimated that it attracts the attention of day traders, short traders, whatever it be, whatever you want to say there, to where it starts building up volume in the stock. I have seen that before, where the stock can kind of rebound, if you will, and starts to get people's attention more. That is a scenario that could happen here very soon. The market, I don't know that the market's gonna like really give much here. I think the market's gonna be like just up and down here, at least until we get closer to the election. This is where I can't tell. I'm not going to tell anybody, financial advice here. You just kind of have to do what you want to do. Personally, I'm just going to ride this out because I think the juice is too worth the squeeze. Being so low in the Fubo already right now, if Fubo were to recover at this point and move up back, we've seen this before where it's recovered from these numbers, and it's moved up into, a 3x before. So if you're buying in right now, if it were to recover here in the next 2 to 3 months, you're talking about a huge profit increase on your part. And then if it were to stabilize from that point and see a market kind of stabilize here within the next coming year, low end cap stock right here, like many more stocks on the market that are doing well, but they're just not getting much, with growth in the price. Fubo has huge potential here to hit some crazy numbers, and that's why it's so attractive to investors right now. This is why so many people are still paying attention to it. I think just the people that are left in it at this point are some investment firms and people that are just, if I lose it, I lose it. I'm taking the risk because it's just the juice is too worth the squeeze at this point, where it could really turn around. So friends, I'm being completely honest with you. I think, and I say this knowing that there's people that I really trust with their decision making in the market that are investing in Fubo right now, and they're still holding on to it, as far as I know from what I've seen and heard. It is a situation where I do think it's a very, very hostile situation where it could get even uglier than where it is right now. They are obviously nowhere talking about reverse splits, but once a stock goes under $1, that's when it gets really scary, because it's really hard for a stock most of the time to rebound once it goes under $1 for a certain amount of time. And a timer starts right then there where the NASDAQ goes, hey, we don't keep stocks on the NASDAQ for over a year when they're under $1. Now, we're a long ways away from that. And then sometimes, companies go like, we're just going to do a reverse split. No one wants a reverse split at this point. That would decimate people's positions right now. That would just decimate it. So, with that, the main focus right now is that, for God's sakes, Fubo, a lot of people are upset with the CEO. They are not talking enough. They are not informing investors, and people are getting very impatient, very mad, and people, we have all the right to be mad because we should know more here. What is going on with this lawsuit? Where are they at, and when is this going to end? Because it looks like Disney is winning because the stock is being bled out. Essentially, the company is being bled out. This is not good for business. This is not good for growth with attracting investors into Fubo. So that's my thesis. That's my thought. That's where I'm at with this stock right now. I'm still in it. I'm willing to go down with the ship on it. It's such a shame because I think it's kind of obvious what's going on here, that it's being bled in this terrible way right now, where it's just we need answers. And big money's not going to come in here right now until they know something, and that kind of worries me too, where we're not seeing big corporations come in here to Fubo and go, we're going to put X amount of money in it, because they may know more about a situation that we don't know as the small fish in this. Even if you're carrying 10,000 shares of Fubo, it's still a very small portion compared to what some of these investment firms are buying up. Usually they buy up. So Friends, I wish us all the best of luck. I really do. I'm excited to see what's going to happen here, but I'm also terrified as well. I just want to be completely honest with you. It's a 50-50 gamble at this point with what's going to happen with Fubo. I am hoping for the best, but it is losing steam and is losing investors, and if it's going to take a turn, it's got to happen any moment, any day, any week here at this point. This is the turning point where something's going to happen. Friends, take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.